In this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter, Lario is the cock of the walk at the big chairman election. But first, check this out.
You get it. Your ass is a major part of your life, and it deserves the same amount of respect as the rest of you. And when you feel like the newly elected mayor of Septic City, it's time to reach for some one-wipe Charlies, the civilized way to wipe. You can have this and these high-quality razor blades shipped directly to your home by checking out dollarshaveclub.com/SKG. Shave time, shave money, booty wipes.
Let it be stricken from the records that Lario did not mention jerking off during his big speech. The end of the Hunter x Hunter anime series is nigh, but we can still enjoy these last couple of episodes. And what I really found interesting about this one is it seems like it's already really wrapping up everything. We're already at the end of the chairman election. We have our 4 candidates. We have Lario, we have Pariston the cow dude, we have Cheadle, who is incredibly distracting because she has the same voice actor as Chopper from One Piece, and we have Pariston, who's the douchebag. The guy who seems like he's just having a lot of fun. He doesn't want to win, he doesn't want to lose. He's going by the Joker's motto. He just wants to see the world burn. Not only that, but Killua and Aluka have arrived at the hospital where Gon is, and they're even in the same room with him, so it's only a matter of time before he is healed. Not only that, but we get a lot of great cameos from all of the mainstays from the Chimera Ant Arc, like Melioron, Ikalgo, Palm, and Knuckle. Speaking of the Chimera Ant Arc, you might have thought it was done. In a way, it looks like it's actually going to be coming back to haunt us. Because if you guys remember, back at the Chimera Ant King's palace, there were all of those cocoons that were just getting ready to hatch. And it looks like they're being claimed by the Hunter organization, and Pariston has big plans for these things. And I can't wait to see what these things are going to be. Is it going to be like his own personal army of Chimera Ants? And is he going to do anything in the NGL? There's a lot of interesting developments this week that mostly come from the first conversation that Jing and Cheadle have. And basically, Jing just lets Cheadle know everything that's going on, when the election is going to take place, how it's going to go down, and how Pariston is planning on doing things. And he brings up that he doesn't want to win, but he doesn't want to lose either. And it's funny how throughout the entire episode, you start to see Cheadle get really pissed. Because before, she was very calm and very sure of herself, and there are moments in this episode where she feels like she's going to flip any second, and you're just waiting for it to happen, and it never really does. But one of the best things about this week's episode is the speech that Lario gives, because everybody else that's in the election is telling everybody to vote for someone else. And then when Lario gets up there, he doesn't even realize what he's doing, he doesn't think he should be the chairman, but he just lets them know that if he's going to be the chairman, he's going to try and help Gon, first and foremost, and he just lays it out all on the line about how him and Killua went off on this crazy adventure and put their lives on the line, and Gon is almost dead. Killua has gone out of his way and almost been killed to heal him, and during this entire time, he's been doing nothing but just going from town to town, drinking, and jerking off, as he says. I'm not really sure what to take from that, but it is funny. But he basically just says that he just wants to heal Gon, and it's actually really inspirational to a lot of people, and it's kind of hard to say who everybody's going to vote for at this point, because when Pariston goes up there and has, like, his say, he, in a way, sort of manipulates the events by saying that everybody should vote for Pariston, even though he said he doesn't even want to do it and everybody should vote for Cheadle. It's really strange how this is going to turn out. And I don't know. I don't know if I can actually see Pariston actually being the chairman at this point. I kind of don't want him to. It'll really mess with everything, especially with this whole, like, Chimera Ant cocoon thing going on. But otherwise, that's it. What's the rundown on this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter? It was okay. Just, I wish a little bit more could have happened. It was basically 2 events. It was the election, and then there was the whole thing with Killua arriving at the hospital. But honestly, the best part about this week's episode was Lario's speech and the conversation that Jing and Cheadle had this week. And Jing was so inadvertently funny this week, especially the scene when, towards the end of the episode, he just falls asleep completely during the election. He is so bored by all of this. And he does mention that both him and Netero and Pariston are very similar in a sense that they like to have a lot of fun. It's just that Jing has a short attention span, and that's why he's always going off and disappearing out of nowhere. And I do like the fact that when Lario was having his speech, it did look like he was getting through to Jing just a little bit. Maybe getting underneath his skin just a tad. Otherwise, great episode with a lot of tension. Nothing too crazy, nothing explosive. This wasn't like a big action episode or anything. It's getting ready to wrap up the end of this arc and getting ready to set things up for the next part of the series. I'm more interested to see how the anime series is going to end. If they're going to like find a place that's going to be open-ended, or if there's going to be like a definitive, this is it, maybe we'll come back, maybe we'll not. I don't know. I'm really interested in that at this point. Otherwise, this episode was okay for me. And before I get into the score this week, I just want to go ahead and mention that we're going to start changing the scoring system, because it's been getting kind of like out of hand lately with how we review things, especially because we use a scale of 1 to 10, and that can get really clumsy and really cluttered. So we're actually going to change it down to 5 out of 5, and this week's episode is going to be the first one to use that scale, and I'm going to give this week's episode a 3 out of 5. Just pretty decent episode, moving the story along, but nothing too extravagant, but still really entertaining, especially if you're a fan of the series. Thank you for watching my review. Before you leave, make sure to hit that like button so you can give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to tell me what you thought about this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter. If you could vote for one of the 4 candidates, who would you vote for? And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you can see all of our latest anime and manga reviews. And follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. I'll put links for all of that stuff in the description box below.
Do you like Amazon.com? I know I do. Corey and I now have an Amazon link in our video description box below. And if you go to it and buy anything through Amazon.com, it will support our channel. So bookmark that link, make it happen, and support our channel without having to do a damn thing.
Another great way you guys can help support our channel is by donating directly through our PayPal link in the description box below. We recommend $2 a month, although this is completely optional. But the best way to go about this is by sneaking into your mom's room and taking $2. This way, she won't even notice. And we won't have to shake you up for all of your lunch money. So guys, that concludes this review today. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.